Hey everybody, Future Marshall here. Coming from you from the past? Question mark? Maybe? I don't know how time works. Anyway, on a side note, another thing that we didn't know wasn't working was our microphone during this episode. So unfortunately, until about the 30-minute mark of this episode, our guest Nick comes in very, very echoey. Again, it's about 30 minutes. It is a little rough to listen to, so if you skip to the beginning where the episode actually starts, about 30 minutes in, it does get a lot better. Sorry, we will try to be better about this in the future. But anyway, let's start the show by reading today's sponsors.
He goes, hey, so you want to go lunch? So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And he's like, I'm going on a podcast. You going on a podcast? Yeah. I just told him, you can't go. I'm going to go right now. They've asked like a week in advance, and then like when waiting for me to come back. That's really quick.
That's a pretty baller move.
Pretty baller move.
To turn down lunch
from the vice president of your department.
You really serious? Yeah, no.
That's a man of integrity.
That is a man of integrity. We do appreciate that. I mean, if my VP came up to me and was like, hey, we're going to lunch today.
I'd be like, see you.
Oh, wait, we know who our VP is. If Devin came up to me and was like, hey, we're going to lunch, I'd be like, well, Justin, you're on your something important is happening to me.
Yeah,
I'm both terrified and hungry, though.
That's too funny.
That's hilarious.
So question for you guys.
Yeah.
So when you eat like a bowl of soup or a bowl of cereal, do you slurp?
No.
You don't slurp?
No, I put the whole spoon in my mouth.
Really?
What's weird is I don't know if I do or not. I don't think about it.
Yeah.
You put the spoon in your mouth. And
you don't like slurp it off the spoon?
No, why would I slurp it off?
So maybe I'm the oddball out here. So the reason why this comes up was because we're having soup for dinner last night. A nice broccoli ched. Little broccoli cheddar soup. And so I slurp off the spoon. I am unable to put the whole spoon in my mouth and take the contents off of it. And my wife always gives me a hard time because she's like you, Marshall. She can insert the spoon, remove its contents without slurping it all.
How can you not put the spoon inside your mouth? Step 1, open mouth. Step 2, put spoon and contents inside of mouth. Close that mouth, remove spoon.
I'm telling you, I am just unable to do that for some reason. I'll work on it.
Is your daughter able to do it?
Yeah, she doesn't slurp, actually.
Your daughter's doing better than you.
She's doing better than me, yeah.
I have a sister when she slurp like her drink, she gets immediately triggered.
Really?
So, yeah, I do it out of spite if I'm by her, and just like, if it's something like open like a glass, I'll definitely do it.
I can see that. That would annoy me, too. It wouldn't make me mad. It would be annoying.
Pinky up, yeah.
Pinky up, it's fancy, my dude.
Yeah.
Hey, Marshall, I'm sorry I couldn't get you water today, but
it's okay.
Get your refill.
Okay, I do appreciate that. I'm going to need that in about like 5 minutes. Thank you.
You didn't like a lot of ice today, or do I just put too much ice in the bowl?
I like the light on the ice, just enough to get it cooled off and melt all that stuff through.
Less calories.
Less calories in the ice, man. I don't want to be too
calories because of the ice.
Hey, ice is bound to have at least a calorie?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Really?
I don't know. Do minerals have calories?
That's a good question.
So I'm assuming the only thing in water would be minerals and whatever little microbacteria.
Yeah, probably minimal. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Huh. Well, you've never complained about it, so message received.
No, I mean, because you're being polite and giving me the water. I'm not going to go and be like, hey, man, too much ice.
He wasn't biting my hand.
Imagine how rude I have to be to do that.
Goes to lunch, gets too much ice, and sleeps.
You're like, thanks, Justin. Thanks for giving me too much ice.
That's right.
That's so rude. I can't do that. So,
I appreciate that.
Even at a restaurant, like, I might want light ice, but if they fill up my cup all the way, I'm not going to be like, actually, can I get less ice? No, I'm just going to be like, yeah, this is my life now.
Yeah.
Do you like ice, Nick?
I like ice. I have to have ice in my water, or at least cold water. I can't drink water at room temperature.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a different flavor.
Yeah, right?
You ever notice it? It just hits different.
Yeah.
Hey, see, this time of year, though, I like it because the taps in my house are extra cold.
Oh.
It's got that crisp. You don't need that ice. Just hits really good down the throat.
Just this time of year.
Yeah, because it's winter.
You hate still water.
I do hate still water. Like, if you leave some water out for a long time, ugh,
Yeah, it's
it
different.
goes bad.
It's terrible when you start seeing the bubbles in it, too, like, just randomly, like, it's been
Starts carbonating itself. Ugh.
There's
What
a
causes that?
I have no idea.
Is it just like dirt or something
Is
makes
it
the
like-
water stale?
What's
in it? Like, say if you have it in a glass, like, just sitting in the glass for so long, just causes it to, like,
maybe it's almost like where it begins evaporating, but there's a bubble formed because there's a gap between evaporation and liquid water. So it just kind of gets caught in an air bubble.
That sounds scientific, but
we
also
need to call
sounds
the
wrong.
scientists. Do you guys know any scientists on hand?
I know a couple.
Can you call me?
Call them in.
I don't think
We should-
I don't think they're going to pick
Yeah,
up.
we should call that guy from Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah, we'll just call Leonardo.
No, not
Any
him,
celebrity.
but his character. We'll call
This is
him.
hey, can you answer this in your character, please?
Yeah.
We have a serious question.
So you're not a real scientist, Leonardo?
Why would you take a job in that?
Why were you? I was very scared when I watched
I saw
your
it.
documentary with the asteroid. I got scared.
That's
Oh
excellent.
man, that is funny.
That's good stuff.
But got some bad news.
So that's that.
Well, actually, I'm pretty livid. If I'm being honest with you, I feel livid. I'm probably the angriest I've ever been. So recently was the iHeartRadio Podcasting Awards, and we got snubbed in the only category that we were entered in, the ad read segment.
Really?
Is this for real?
We got snubbed. We lost.
We were in the race though?
I put us in there. I don't know if they put us in there. But we weren't even finalists, which is so rude. Like,
Yeah.
we do ad reads better than any podcast out there.
I agree.
100%. I mean, watch this. Today's episode is brought to you by Glasses. Hey, do you just want to see better? Maybe you just want to be picked on by kids at school. There's an app for that, and it's called Glasses. Glasses. Right now, get some today. Now back to the show. See, that's a good ad right there.
That's
You-
good.
you-
That's all
you
time
forgot
today.
To mention now, it can enhance your eyesight and you have 4 eyes.
Really, that's why we didn't win. I mean, we are the best at ads.
Yeah.
I agree.
We're the only people selling the stuff that people really want, too.
Yeah.
The direction right, the direction left,
Squeaky shoes,
squeaky shoes.
rubbernecking.
I mean, we're amazing at it. I mean, Justin, reading out an ad for us. We got another one.
Today's sponsor is rubbernecking. Do you have to go somewhere in a hurry? Well, there's going to be a rubbernecker that'll jam you up. Rubbernecking. Don't do it. Drive safe.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Chills.
Snub, absolutely snub. No mention whatsoever. I found out we're not even on the iHeartRadio podcasting app.
That's disrespectful. Though.
It's so disrespectful. They disrespected us.
Yeah.
Like, even our guests can do ad reads. Like, do an ad read for us, bud.
All right. Ever wondered what could be better than Google? What about Bing? You guys
always hate it? Introducing Google,
the world's greatest search engine. We combine Google searches as well as Bing searches and put them together in a tool that no one will ever use. Google. Download it today.
See, that's a fantastic ad.
Exactly.
No one does a better ad read than us. How could we have lost?
I do.
I don't know.
Do you use DuckDuckGo?
I do sometimes.
Yes. Sometimes.
Yes.
When you don't want your
Yeah,
search
when you
When you
results.
have that weird search that you know somebody like were to look at and be like,
What are you
what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do you know about that DuckDuckGo?
We're the only ones that don't track you.
Yeah.
Do you know what
Tor browser is?
I do know what a Tor browser is.
That's
That's
an
not
actual,
cool, yeah.
What's that?
It's
It's basically like an anonymous internet.
Where
Really?
Yeah, it's like constantly changing your IP address.
Really interesting.
Yeah, so you can get to, like, one, so you're not tracking, two, so you can get to deeper websites
Yeah.
Interesting.
where the sketchy stuff is.
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
make that the
default browser here.
The dark web.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by the dark web. Do you need some sketchy things? Illicit substances, materials? Go to the dark web. They have it there. Make sure you get some Bitcoin. And now back to the show.
Isn't
Isn't it tanking right now?
Yeah, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So once you get to the dark web, like, where do you go from there? Like,
Whatever you're
Bing.
trying to buy. Bing. Using it strictly for Bing. Hey, today's episode is brought to you by the decreasing value of cryptocurrency. Did you make a big investment? Did you buy some really terrible coins? Did you look at Banana Coin and think, yeah, this thing's relatable to real world bananas? That's a great investment. Well, do we have the thing for you? And that's decreasing cryptocurrency portfolios. And now back to the show.
Buy them
Look at
all.
that. How did we not win this category? I hit my hand really hard there.
We just gotta reach out to your cryptocurrency friends because they're probably doing terrible right now.
Mhm. That's true.
My portfolio, I'm pretty much at 0 right now. It's okay. Look, I bought into Dogecoin back before it was even a thing.
Really?
Yeah, I sold them the Pine engagement ring.
The only thing I think
before they were worth money.
I was like right after the AMC stuff. Like my friend was like, "Oh, just jump on this. It'll probably go back up." It's like the cheap version of what GameStop was at one point.
Yeah.
The movie theater, AMC.
Yeah. It was like the cheap version of GameStop. But like they were trying to, I guess,
run it up.
Yeah.
Was that the what was on Reddit? Those Wall Street. Wall Street bets, right? Yeah.
Today's episode is brought to you by Wall Street Bets. Do you want to take all your life savings and put it into high risk options?
Do it.
Are you looking to make a lot of money or possibly lose up to $100,000 worth of money? Then we have the subreddit for you, Wall Street Bets. YOLO.
You can trust anybody with a validated account on there.
It's insane to me that Robinhood will just like say, "Hey, do you want to trade options?" and give it to a like 18-year-old and be like, "Yeah, all right, you got no experience, go for it."
Sure.
Like one of the riskiest investments you can do, which is technically designed so you won't risk that much money.
Did that get shut down or something? At one point, I remember like during that whole
Yeah, it was causing such a crash. And plus, you know, if you believe some people, it was big names and big influencers were upset because they were losing a ton of money. Well, GameStop was just reeling it. Of all the companies for the internet to be like, you know, we gotta save, it's GameStop, a company that rips you off.
Right.
We trade in like, I better get a better trading deal for owning GameStop stock, right?
I would hope so. That's the thing with AMC. Like, I should get 3 tickets.
Yeah, I mean,
I saved you.
Of all the things, it's like dying businesses, and the internet was like, no, we're not letting this die. I like trading in my brand new video game for $5 at the store.
It's like you can single-handedly make the rich richer. Right?
Well, in this case, we were making them poorer, but
That's true.
barely.
If only we could have done Blockbuster.
Yeah, poor Blockbuster. There's only one location in Alaska still open.
Still kicking.
Actually, I think that closed recently.
There was one in maybe like Washington State or Portland too. I feel like there was like a Netflix thing on it, but it closed down too.
Do you think we could realistically buy the name Blockbuster right now?
I don't know. You have to look at the trademark.
Like how much could the Blockbuster trademark be going for right now?
I wonder if the domain still
Could the Punch the Clock Boys realistically own the trademark for Blockbuster?
For like $1.
Yeah.
Is there a way to do this and rebrand?
Hey, I mean,
We could change our network. We could change our network from the Clock Punchers Network to the Blockbuster Network.
but
It's so funny.
So the thing is that it's been so long since Blockbuster's kind of like took a flop that all the kids now are going to be like, whoa, Blockbuster. It's going to be this like whole like rebranding and you know what I mean?
Will they?
Well, actually, for that.
We had Blockbuster, and they charge you a lot of late fees. Today's episode is brought to you by Late Fees. Hey, did you rent something and forget to take it in? Did you just lose it behind the couch somewhere? Well, there's a penalty for that, and that's late fees. And now back to the show.
So the one thing that I can remember,
God, we should have won that category.
so I think there are a lot of like sentimental things, like nostalgically about Blockbuster, but the closing of the case, like it made that like specific noise when you close the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that click.
Yeah.
You closed it.
And the big
Like I
old
can hear that.
VHS.
I can hear that. in my head.
The VHS is loading it, like the loud noises, or sometimes you ever had it where like the tape actually gets like stuck in the VCR.
Yeah.
You've had it before.
Yeah, I remember that. And it just ruined your tape.
Yeah. It's like, well, there goes that movie.
Kind of crazy. We went from like VHSs to like streaming services within our lifetime.
Yeah.
Now you don't even physically need a copy of it.
After what, 20 years time, maybe
30.
30 years time.
How old are we?
That's a good question.
I don't know, time's relative, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm about to be 30 in March.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm only 25.
Kind of feel like I'm staring.
Damn.
Wow, Nick. I feel like I'm staring down my mortality.
I know, dude. I'm going to be 34 this year.
34.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing is, like, when you turn 30, as everybody knows, if you're a male and you turn 30, you either have to get into World War II history or start a podcast. So I'm glad I got out ahead of it
Same here.
when I was
Same
29. You were late.
I was
Luckily
late.
for you.
Yeah,
I had Marshall.
Thank God you found History Channel.
Hey, you had the History Channel. Don't worry, we're just switching gears. You're allowed to switch once.
Okay.
I'll stick with the podcast, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we're not allowed to stop doing this podcast until everybody stops listening. So
Yeah, that's true.
our listeners are holding us hostage.
So were you born in
97.
97?
That's I was like right.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha. Cool.
Today's episode is brought to you by the year 1997. And you want a year that's like a throwback, kind of discreet, not much going on. A year where Friends is still on TV and where everything just kind of feels all right. And your biggest scandal is Bill Clinton.
It's your only worry.
1997 is the year for you. And now back to the show. See, this is why we should have won.
What else happened in 97?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That's all.
Dude, I was like 5.
97.
I was in kindergarten. I started kindergarten.
Yeah.
Nothing notable that I can think of happened
Yeah.
in 97. I mean, clearly Nick's birth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of the Bill Clinton scandal was in his first term or second term.
Second.
So it was probably around there.
Yeah, second term.
Was Bill Clinton playing the saxophone yet?
Well, he
Yes.
been playing the majority of his life, right?
Yeah, he was a lifer. Yeah.
But no, we should have won the ad read category. You know who won? You know who won the ad read category? Some terrible podcast called Smartless.
Are you serious?
Really?
They won it?
Yeah, they won.
You know who's on Smartless, right?
I'm aware. It's Will Arnett.
I'll have to reach out to my buddy.
Your best friend, Will Arnett.
I will say that they are pretty entertaining at ad reads. Not as good as us.
See how you fish the water there? And slam
Let me
No.
get you some more
Would
water.
you mind giving me that water?
Light on the ice.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. I'm not there.
As long as it's not salt water.
All right, now that he's gone, can you believe what he said about Smartless having good ad reads? That's such a stab in the back to me.
I've never listened to it. Out of spite.
I feel like I gotta kick him off the show now. To just I do love how he's put all 3 ice cubes in there, but that is funny. I just can't believe he would do such a thing.
Yeah, that's
To say Smartless does good ad read, we do better ad reads. He probably voted for it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's
very
really
much.
that's very light.
Light, super light on the ice.
So, yeah, this is gonna be awkward for everybody. Justin, me and Nick were talking, and
Might get the boot.
you really hurt our feelings by saying that Smartless does good ad reads.
Hey,
Did you want to expand on that thought, or
the number one rule of the show is no apologies. I'm just following the rules.
all right, we'll keep it on.
He has the legal documents.
But only if you do an ad read. Do an ad read right now for us, bud.
Today's episode is sponsored by Bottle Caps. Do you want to find a way to single-handedly destroy the environment? Twist off a bottle cap and throw it in the ocean today. Now back to you.
See, that's the kind of gold that the iHeartRadio podcast ad rewards should be paying attention to.
Who's the judge? Yeah.
I have no idea. Probably Will Arnett. Probably just strong-arming his own
I bet it's AI. You think AI?
AI? You
Yeah.
think it's just a computer fix it?
Probably.
I mean, just tallies the votes. Or is it actually like somebody listens to it?
I mean,
I guess someone would have to listen to all those ads, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this?
we got a drop in from Ralph. What's this? The English patient.
This patient wins Best Picture.
What's about Billy Crystal?
Oh, Princess Diana.
Oh, okay.
Does it take place in a tunnel?
God, man, that's...
Too soon. Too soon.
We would like to apologize to Princess Diana and the royal family. It was a gross oversight and will not happen again. All right, what's this? 18.
The base version of Wi-Fi standard is released.
There we go.
That makes sense.
Oh, these are all things.
Can you read it out loud?
What year is this? 97.
This is 97.
Oh, gotcha,
1997.
The base version of Wi-Fi standard was the first release. Wow.
Okay, so Wi-Fi, the original Wi-Fi came out in 1997.
Shout out to WLAN.
Wow.
And it was meant to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ralph.
Please, Ralph. Man, I'm still pretty upset about the whole awards that we won. Yeah, just gotta do another ad read. Today's episode is brought to you by Salt and Pepper. Hey, is your food bland and underseasoned? Do you live with a mother who doesn't know how to cook? Maybe your wife made some potato salad and it was just potatoes and mayonnaise. Salt and Pepper, it makes everything edible. Now back to the show.
Which is actually a quick callback to our episode a couple weeks ago with Scott on what is legal, what should be illegal. And that's under seasoning your food, serving bad food, all in that same category. That should be illegal.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, people, put some seasoning on your food.
Yes.
My school cafeteria for college, they didn't season their food because
Same
of
here.
allergies and everything, so they just ruined it for everybody. Instead of making like a dedicated place.
Yeah.
They got
They just found it easier and cheaper just to not do it.
everybody's
My school cafeteria served raw shrimp. They did a shrimp salad one time. You looked at the shrimp and they were gray, and the excuse from the workers was it says pre-cooked on the can. And I was like, guys, you can't do that.
Yeah.
The amount of health code violations at my school's cafeteria in college was insane. Like raw and undercooked chicken, raw shrimp, food just left out too long.
Yeah, see, that shit-
It's fines underneath a heat lamp.
That should be illegal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know?
It's
Do you think
not-
they should
check
check
on it,
on it,
or, like,
especially
if you're paying
how much you are for like universities and whatnot?
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, it was like done through I want to say the company R-Mark or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They're catering, and my school bought the cheapest plan because they're not going to pay for us to have good food except for when the tours were going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you saw tours coming on, it's like, oh, food's great. It's like, no, guys.
They have the whole outfit on. They have like the whole hat and everything. They think they're chefs.
They're walking around with the thermometer in their pocket.
Yeah.
checking temperatures.
Like, well, they never did that at my school, but like, I remember like towards the end of the semester when the school ran out of money or they ran out of the budget for R-Mark, it would be like, here's French fries and grilled cheeses for like
At
4
least-
days.
At least you know those can be safe.
Yeah.
Unless like you serve just don't even fry the French fry or
Like raw pizza. It was just so bad, man. Like the company actually got in trouble because someone, not gonna name names, took the raw chicken and stapled it to the comment board.
That's pretty good,
I mean,
actually.
I mean, it was actually me who did it because I was really mad.
I don't
Just wrote "This is unacceptable" and then posted it to Facebook.
That's true.
true.
I remember.
I think it's
I didn't post to Facebook. Someone else took a picture of it on Facebook, which was great.
That is awesome.
Anyway, today's episode is brought to you by Salmonella. Hey, do you have some chicken that's undercooked? Maybe some eggs? Salmonella. We're coming for you. And now back to the show.
That's interesting here. Like one of our like
They
have like these Reubens apparently, and like I don't know if you guys like Reuben.
I love the good Reuben, but I can't use them.
Oh,
That's right.
I
I
would.
do love that we're trying to find a picture for our audio format. This is listing gold.
Yeah, this is gold right here. They'll understand.
All right.
I guess I can. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Like, would you eat this?
What? Where's the meat?
All right, so what we're seeing
that's a
here
Reuben.
is what was really a nice piece of marble rye.
It's good rye. Good looking sauerkraut and Thousand Island, it looks like, but there's absolutely zero meat in that thing except for a little sliver.
Yeah,
That's sad.
That's crazy. That's awful.
Yeah.
There is
It's just a sauerkraut and Thousand Island sandwich at that point.
Yeah, this guy gets to wear like a chef's hat and says, "I made this." Look at me. Look at me.
Chef John.
don't trust a chef.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having a hard time moving past the ad thing. I've never felt more snubbed in my life.
Let's see what else.
Today's episode is brought to you by water. Hey, do you need to live? Water. You have to drink it no matter what. And now back to the show.
How about
Well, we should probably start the show officially.
oh my gosh, yeah, we're
Yeah, we're like almost halfway through it. Or maybe we should just continue down this route. I mean, we don't have to start the show.
I mean, you can always throw the intro in.
We can throw the intro in anywhere. I mean,
Anyway,
I don't know. Maybe if we do one more ad read before we start the show, like maybe Nick, you'd like to do one.
Oh, sure.
Sure. You ever wanted a tea that you could have antibiotic? No.
I don't even know what this
They give you
is.
one job.
Yeah,
one
right,
job.
right. Put me on the spot.
This is why we're not winning.
You want
a tea with antioxidants and vitamin C?
Do you want
to make yourself feel better and make sure there's 0 calories and 0 sugar?
Get some Lipton Diet Green Tea. Mixed berry. It'll change your world. Back to the show.
Thank you. Well, you kind of butchered it. You kind of butchered it.
I did.
So I'm going to need Justin to give me an ad read.
here, let me
Go ahead.
let me give that one a shot.
Fix it.
Well, you got to do a different product. You can't just
I gotta do it.
We
Different
got so many sponsors today.
Okay. Ready? Today is sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Do you want all the flavor and none of the weight? A moment on your lips, forever on your hips. Say no more. It's no longer a thing. Drink Coke Zero Sugar, and you will enjoy your day.
Wow. Golden.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him to drink it.
I do love how both of y'all picked random objects right next to you.
Yeah.
They were actual products.
Actually, yeah.
I've been kind of just shooting straight off the dome.
We need real sponsors.
We can use some ads. Maybe that's part of the problem. God, I just can't believe that they think Smartless does a better job at ad reads than us. Smartless.
They're literally less smart.
Even people that are not guests on our show could do a great ad read. Hey, Ralph, you want to do an ad read for us?
Oh, no, no.
All right, well, today's episode is brought to you by Ralph chewing with his mouth full. Does Ralph need to eat something? Yes, he does. That's why he's going to chew and have his mouth full. Now back to the show. Thanks, Ralph.
That's pretty funny. You stop chewing with your mouth full. It's like, wait, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Chew with my mouth full?
Talking with a mouth full?
Yeah.
I can kind of feel it. All right, we should really probably start the show, but I'm just so mad about it.
Did
All right, let's I'm sorry. Did you want to say something before we start the show?
Are we gonna get like other sponsors? Do you think we're gonna have other sponsors approach us,
I mean,
like real ones?
with all these ad reads we've done that have been their gold. I mean, we are hands down got to be the best at doing ad reads.
You're really showcasing your talent.
Yeah. Today's episode is workshopping ad reads with Nick. I think that's the title right there.
Today's episode is brought to you by Pitching Bad Ideas. Do you have a bad idea for a title? Would you like to say it out loud to the whole audience? Now you can with Pitching Bad Ideas. Now back to the show. That one was mean. I shouldn't have done.
Well then, Marshall. Do you have any other bright ideas?
Yeah. Today's episode is brought to you by Starting the Show.
Warning! You are about to start listening to Punch the Clock, a podcast hosted by two self-proclaimed cooperate professionals, Marshall and Justin, recorded entirely in their company's break room. Marshall claims to be the perfect man, but if that's his idea of perfection, I'd hate to see what imperfect is. Justin claims to be Will Arnett's best friend. However, a restraining order says otherwise. Finally, warning, please leave the show now before the podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
And welcome to Punch the Clock, the podcast that starts the show by doing a bunch of ads. I'm your host, Marshall.
And I am your co-host, Justin.
And today we brought back Nick from IT.
Hello.
As our guest.
Welcome back, Nick from IT.
Thank you.
You will be 20. You said 25 this year.
25 July.
What, July.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I'm March 30th birthday in March. I'm giving a lot of personal information out there. People are going to be able to. Should I bleep that?
I
Probably.
gotta mark this down. Marshall's birthday, March 1st.
When's yours, Justin?
April.
At least it's not the first.
I gotta remember
Yes.
because I did promise you every single like Christmas and birthday, I'm gonna get you a gift, but the monetary value is gonna go up.
Okay.
Which
Now I started with $12.
Oh, okay.
That's
The intro to our show, that was his
That was a
gift.
gift. Yeah.
For $12, I paid someone to do a much better job than I do for free.
And I thank you.
Which is fun because now he's on the hook for the same deal. 'Cause otherwise, he looks bad.
I know that's what I'm trying to like slowly make up for that. So I had a drink yesterday.
Like I will say, it's your monetary value. You don't have to like beat my monetary value.
Okay.
So if you can start with $5 if you really wanted to,
Okay, that's a minimum.
but each time you have to go up.
Okay. Even if it's by 1 cent.
I guess technically I started with $12. I should have started low.
Yeah.
I did not shop around when I looked for a guy to do it.
He did a good job.
He did a great job. He even left in like all my spelling errors. But I found it so funny. I was just like, yeah,
Gotta leave it.
we're cooperate professionals. It's like that corporate.
Sure,
I found that better. I found it much better. I was like, that's even funnier.
That works.
It's like he's being sarcastic.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, God, it's too funny.
I just
I've been wondering.
verbatim. That guy did not be like, oh, that's a spelling mistake. I'm going to fix it. He's like, nope, that's what they wrote. That's what they're getting.
Yep.
We've had 5 episodes since that intro started, and every time I hear it, I think, I wonder what that was supposed to be. This was incorporated.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's another area, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
That's
But I just
funny.
left it, and I was like, there was the option I could send it back to him and be like, hey, would you mind fixing this? Is it my fault?
Oh,
Because he gave me a grace period.
like,
Like,
nice.
if you need me to change X, Y, and Z. I was like, nope, this is good.
That is
you want the original.
I want the unedited version. It has way more character.
That's excellent.
Anyway, Nick, is our rating as coworkers gone up at all? Or down?
Everything.
Up?
Yeah.
All right, where are we at? 1 out of 7.
Out of
Out of 7?
Why
Why 7?
It's always out of 7.
Well, if we can do a quick callback
It's a
to
rating scale.
to the rating scale proposed on last episode, there are 7 categories with which we recommend you rate us.
Okay.
The first being an enthusiastic good morning, and each of these hold a point value of up to 1. Monday bonus, which is a cheerful Monday morning greeting, holding the door, positive attitude, humor, doing her fair share, and holiday cheer. How do we kind of rank in some of those categories?
Well, we aren't in the holiday season, so I'm going to have to give you guys no points there.
Okay.
Unless you count Valentine's Day as a holiday.
I mean, I can get you a Valentine if you want.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Like a terrible homemade card.
Would you like one of those little
Here we go.
chalky hearts that they sell only during that time of year?
Let's settle this right now.
Psychology.
So you're going to have to mark me points down because...
From Punch the Clock. There you go, buddy.
Wow, my first
Happy Valentine's Day.
Nick, I think you got to take a point off me because I just realized I forgot to turn on the USB condenser mic and we've been running off the computer one for
Yeah,
30 minutes now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We're on the right mic now, but that's going to sound really awful to edit later.
the first 30 minutes of it.
Well, we got Nick's mic on, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Is not going to is all your ad
The microphone up on me over here is what's
Okay.
been picking up me and Justin, so
It's
hopefully
going to sound great.
hopefully Justin doesn't come in too softly.
Okay. I feel like I was projecting a little bit.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Turn it that way just in case now.
Really going to do a lot there.
Hold on, folks at home. We're going to pause it real quick and check. And we're back. Yeah, that sounds fine. I'll fix it later.
Excellent.
It's still recording.
We appreciate you being our sound engineer.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of cooked it. Today's episode is brought to you by Screwing Up. Hey, did you have a simple task? Did you have one button you had to click to make
One
sure
job.
everything functioned correctly? Did you have one job? Well, try Screwing Up. This way it doesn't get done correctly. And now back to the show. See, this is why Smartless should not have won.
We should have won.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. What was the score, Nick?
So out of 7, now that you messed up the audio,
Yeah,
I'm going to have to give you a 6. I do get a lot of good mornings from you, especially when I'm zoned out completely on a Monday morning.
Yeah, I'll try to say hi to everybody.
If I don't respond, you can throw something. It's okay.
I tried one time, but it missed. It was a hatchet.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I realized afterwards that might not have been the best idea.
I might be upset at first, but then if I look and see who threw, I'll be, oh, okay. Good morning.
It's just Marshall.
Good
So,
morning.
yeah, I'm very good at axe throwing.
Oh,
Maybe.
really?
I don't know.
Oh.
I did it once. I did okay.
I'm going to have to give Justin up the 7.
Sweet.
The card means a lot to me.
That's from both of us, so that should also count towards Marshall.
Oh, okay. We'll give him a half point then.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
did screw up the audio.
I did screw up the audio.
You have to live with that now.
You
The
know,
half point.
I would be willing to give half a point to you to get you to 7, and I'll take the 6.5.
I appreciate that. I really need that today.
Okay.
After the news,
That's fair. That's fair.
after
Yeah.
the news of the iHeartRadio ads, and just messing up all the audio. This is why we're not going to win the ad reads. All those ads are done in lower quality sound now.
Plus, my rating's super high, like as we stand now anyway, on average. So giving you half a point's not going to hurt.
And I feel really sad about that now. And
Next time I'm on here, we'll ask first thing.
today's episode is brought to you by Sadness and Emotional Damage. Hey, do you just want to feel bad all the time? Did something happen to you that really hurt? Try Emotional Damage. And now back to the show, maybe. Yeah, anyway. I feel better now.
You got that off your chest?
Yeah, got it out. This is our golden ad read right there. Even when we're not on our A game, we're doing great.
We're doing pretty good, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Should have won.
Hey, it's going to be okay.
I just don't feel like it
There's
is.
always next year.
There it is next year.
Yeah, we can work on this.
But yeah,
We're going to get after it.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
gonna be
so.
Any listener mail?
No.
No listener mail?
No listener mail this week. Today's episode is brought to you by Listener Mail. Hey, do you want to send in a listener question to punchtheclocks@gmail.com? Now you can. We'll even read your message out on the show. And now back to the show.
Here we are back to the show. And
We had a lot of sponsors today.
Yeah.
I think we're up to like 30. I feel like we did about 30 ad reads. I feel like at some point someone's got to pick us up here.
Yeah.
So I will say, though, that, I got to believe that some AI is listening somewhere, because back like a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, when you were talking a lot about ADD and ADHD,
Yeah.
I would get on my Facebook
Still not tested
Ads.
for that, by the way.
ads for ADHD meds. Like, I don't think they were necessarily like over the counter, but they were like one of those
Just listening to
Yeah.
it.
like call-in doctors, and they prescribe it for like half the price or something.
See, I see a lot of those, and I'm like, how legit are these ads?
Yeah,
or are they
it's
just
terrifying.
targeting everybody and just
Oh,
giving
yeah.
them what it essentially is legal speed?
Yeah, yeah.
You search like one thing and then it's like all in your suggested feed now.
Which, how do you think that works? So normal ADHD medicine, if they give it to a normal person, I've seen it. It just wounds them up, makes them all hyper and crazy. You give it to somebody who is wound up hyper and all crazy, ADHD medicine, instead of going crazier, it calms them down.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It seems like it shouldn't work, but it does apparently. And of course, my understanding of medical science is very minimal at best.
So who died? Like,
Very minimal at best.
I understand that there's medicine. I don't know how that medicine works. I just know doctor tell me take pill and things get better. That's my understanding.
that's fair.
I take pill for cholesterol. I don't know if he's lowering it or raising it, but I'm taking the pill he gave me. I trust doctors completely.
Today's episode is
It's brought to you by Big Pharma.
I was going to say, by being a sheep, do what your doctor tells you. Be a sheep. Follow the
This episode is brought to you by Big Pharma. Hey, do you need medicine? Do you want to pay out the nose for it? Big Pharma, we got you. Some side effects may occur. Please only use Big Pharma if you have money. If you do not have money or insurance, then you are going to pay a lot of money. Some side effects may occur, including death, blindness, drowsiness, diarrhea, anal explosions. If you think your anus has exploded, please contact your physician. Big Pharma.
Also, do not use it if you're pregnant or planning on becoming pregnant.
Apparently that was fine. You're allowed to use Big Pharma if you're getting pregnant.
I just know like every commercial, it's like you hear that at the very end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't use it if you're pregnant. It feels like you can't use any sort of prescription medicine if you're pregnant.
That's pretty much true, yeah.
Is there any prescription you can take?
There is, yeah.
Do you know which one it is off the top of your head?
I mean, there's like certain ones as long as it's like prescribed properly.
It's probably something wild like Viagra.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in women, they use it for to regulate blood pressure.
You know what? I feel like I have heard this.
Yeah, apparently for a lot of insurance companies, they won't cover regular blood pressure medicine if you have like really bad insurance.
Mm-hmm.
But if Viagra is covered by almost every single plan.
Yeah.
So if you're a woman and you need blood pressure medicine, doctors will prescribe you Viagra because it does work for women as a blood pressure regulator.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And apparently they recently found out that like people who take it have like, it was like 40% less likely to develop like dementia and something else.
Like in general? Like
just in general.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That's crazy.
Miracle pill, apparently.
It does one.
More ways than one.
For men and women.
Yeah, no, like they found like in women it like reduced the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's, I want to say.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Yeah, it was surprising. Like, now this is all something I read from my headline, so take that with a grain of salt. But I did know about the blood pressure thing. I read up on that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's a couple's pill now.
Yeah.
There we go. Half and like split it.
Yeah. See which one affects first.
Yes. Jesus.
All right.
We like to toe the line here.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
We're at the line.
let's reel that back.
We're touching it. We're not stepped over it yet, but we're touching it. We like to toe it.
So I promised last time I would have a story because I didn't really have any stories. I was new at the time. I do have a good story now.
About IT work or
about
just in
IT
general?
work.
All right. No last names.
No last names.
Or really no first names. Unless
Yeah, I'll try.
No names. in general.
Yeah, no names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Today's episode is brought to you by names. Hey, do you have a child, a dog, or a pet? Do you want to be able to identify them and call out to them easily? Try naming them. Now back to the show.
Hey everybody, Future Marshall here. So in the next 5 minutes, Nick tells us a story that is literally so crazy and so funny, we cannot actually share it here on this podcast. I know it's a bummer, but seriously, we can't share it here. Just rest assured, it was insane. Anyway, let's get back to past Justin and Marshall.
So far, my greatest story here.
That's pretty great.
That's what came off the top of my head.
Today's episode is brought to you by Chicken Nuggets. Hey, do you want like a less edible version of chicken that children will love for some reason? You just want to take all that little separated meat off the bone and mash it together into a paste and then bread it and fry it? Chicken Nuggets. Now back to the show.
You should see Ralph's face.
Yeah, they're gross, man. I've seen how they're made.
Have you seen McDonald's? Like how long it takes to digest them? It's like months.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen where they put like McDonald's French fries in a jar, and they just did not decompose or spoil or anything.
It's terrifying.
Really wild.
Yeah, that's gross.
Today's episode is brought to you by McDonald's. Do you want something that barely qualifies as food? Do you have only like $1 to your name? McDonald's. Have we got the deal for you? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Now back to the show.
Hey, that was great.
Are you really loving it though?
No, literally everything at McDonald's has gluten in it, all the way down to their potatoes. They literally put wheat inside of a potato, and I don't know why they're doing that.
They also put milk in the potatoes, like their French fries.
And French fries, I don't really think they legally can be called a French fry at this point.
It's literally
They still
science.
do.
Have you ever made anything that tastes as good as a McDonald's French fry?
They do taste
Five
good.
Guys.
Well, Five Guys French fries are good, but
Yeah.
I will give you this: like McDonald's French fries do taste good when they're fresh.
Oh yeah.
Wendy's fries used to be good, like in 97, like 1997 Wendy's fries. Those new ones, I can take them or leave them.
At least they've tried to fix it because, like, I remember, I think I was like
Well, they were cooking
at
them
college.
like,
Yeah, they're like
too short.
They're just soggy.
Yeah, it'd be like a real potato, and props for going to the real potato, but it'd be like, you're not like par frying it first. A par fry is when you fry something at a lower temperature first, and then before you fry it the second time.
Yeah.
And then on their second fry, they weren't like frying it long enough, clearly.
Mm.
So it looked like to me, as someone who worked in the restaurant industry, that's why I know this. They just took the potatoes and they were just dropping it in the fryer, and that's how you end up with like these really soggy French fries that can sometimes be raw in the middle.
They had a good taste to it. It's just
Hey, listeners, if you want to make the best French fries at home, chop up your potato into the size that you prefer. Start your fryer at 300 degrees, and then you want to fry it in batches. Don't overcrowd the pot, and do it for about 5 to 7 minutes. Get them all into a pile, let them kind of cool for about a minute or two. Then ramp up your fryer temperature about 350, 375. Fry all the fries again, because they're going to look like little limp noodles. And it's not going to be good. You'll get the best crispy French fries you've ever had.
Fry them twice.
Fry them twice?
Yeah. That is what Five Guys
Lower
does.
temperature first, higher temperature second.
I like that. Because the frying is really cooking the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're essentially just, to get that crispiness, you're getting rid of the moisture inside. And all the moisture comes out that way.
Gotcha.
That's right.
But it still stays soft on the inside because it's good French fry. That's why Five Guys fries, as you said, Nick, are better.
That'd be cool if we had Five Guys
As a sponsor?
Yeah.
Five Guys, the best thing I can eat for a hamburger joint is someone who's like gluten intolerant, because like I can just get them to wrap it in lettuce.
The only thing that stinks is if you have a peanut allergy there.
Yeah.
This guy right here.
Oh my god.
I never had Five Guys.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
You're stuck with McDonald's. That's terrible.
No, we are sorry.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'm okay. I've come to terms with it.
we'll get you some
not
Wendy's
okay.
97 fries.
Right.
Go back to 1997.
Just make you some French fries at this point.
We'll get you a Frosty.
I'll take a Frosty.
Hey, did we cover any topics so far? I feel like we've really done nothing.
No.
No.
We're kind of mourning. We're just kind of helping you come out of this funk.
Yeah, we want you to be happy.
We were talking about the one
food.
the ad reads.
You were so happy when we were talking about
I'm
food.
sorry. Did y'all want to do a debate me coward?
Yeah, we do it briefly. Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
it. Debate me coward. All right. All right, so today's topic for Debate Me Coward was chosen by Nick, and that was, how can we convince our company to throw us a Les Mis party for Christmas? And if y'all don't know what Les Mis is, it's the movie Les Miserables. It's a Broadway play. It's a musical. And we want them to make the Christmas party Les Miserables themed. So, Nick, you are our guest. Would you like to go first, as is tradition?
Sure.
How are we going to convince the company to...
I'm going to give the backstory a little bit of how I watched this. When it first came out in theaters, we said 2012 version.
Yeah. Hugh Jackman, Russell Crowe,
Yep.
Anne Hathaway, I want to say.
Yep. I was forced to see it with my sisters. Little did I know it was the actual musical. So I got dragged to it, and I'm questioning, why does everybody keep singing at first, like halfway through? I'm like, oh, okay, they're going to talk eventually. The only words they say, like normal, is just no. So afterwards, I don't remember who, I think it was Russell Crowe that said it, or Hugh Jackman, one of the two. So afterwards, we go to Target, which is right next door to the movie theater, and I decide, oh, well, I'm really bored and like kind of hungry, if you will. So I start singing everything that we do. So I'm going through...
That's what they do in the movie.
Exactly. So I say, if we were to do that, I think we should apply the same thing. Just start singing everything you do.
All right, so at the Les Miserables Christmas party, you have to sing talk everything.
Well, yeah. Well, to convince them too, just start singing
I'm
talking.
going to get some punch.
And then, like, also though, we gotta hire like a band to be like just, I guess, around them. We can like blast them on the loudspeakers.
What would be a Les Mis band?
Well, not band, but like a
just the
symphony,
music
yeah.
from the movie.
Like a symphony, just like playing random pieces
from the movie.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. By the way, the movie's 3 hours long. If anybody didn't know that.
That's right. I forgot it was a long movie.
So your whole idea to convince the company is just to get us to sing talk everything.
Yep.
That's it. Just tell them I want to sing
talk. If they tell you
talk.
no, what's their reason?
Probably because they're annoyed by singing. I feel like you gotta approach it with a little bit more, Nick.
Because I feel like I could get away with doing that if I want a whole day.
I feel like something you gotta add is like, maybe we make a brig or a gallows. And anybody who breaks character and stops sing talking, we put them in the brig or gallows in jail temporarily.
Yeah.
A French style revolutionary period jail.
That's very appropriate for the
cell.
movie.
Yeah.
Complete with rats. I got some rats we can borrow.
You know a guy, or you just have one?
Just have rats. Have them on hand. Dude, always be prepared to need a rat. Always be prepared to need a rat, Nick.
You're right.
Today's episode is brought to you by rats. Hey, do you want a creature that's been really misunderstood and blamed for plagues? Do you want something that has the temperament of a dog but has way less neediness and care? Do you want an animal that's trainable and smart but only lives for 3 years? Rats. They're misunderstood and good pets. Now back to the show.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hold on. I like the plague mention.
Yeah. You know, there's evidence that they weren't responsible for that now.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew
It was just fleas.
that makes sense.
Just dirty fleas.
Interesting.
Yeah. Justin, would you like to go with your
Sure.
pitch of how we're going to get this Les Miserables
So
themed Christmas party?
having a tough time with this one. I mean, the common themes that are in this movie: prison, trickery, disease, starving people, rich people, starving women. I mean, this is going to be a really tough case to build.
I mean, look, if you need something to model off of, just think of current day America. There's a lot of parallels if you think about it.
So I think,
Not to get too political.
Yeah.
We'll stop with the politics. This episode is being brought to you by bringing up politics on your show. Anybody who doesn't believe in what you believe in is wrong. Politics. Now back to the show.
I think if you use the redeeming qualities of the movie and say, look, like, this party is meant to help support and feed women and children, and kind of use the kind of really, like,
So what
the
you're saying,
1% of the movie that's redeeming, kind of really, like, exploit that and use that instead of the 99% that's, like, really negative.
so maybe going off of that, we take a table and we just fill it with different breads.
Okay.
But you're not allowed to just take the bread. You have to steal it discreetly.
Yes.
And if you're caught, we have a couple people who are jambes.
Will they be singing though?
They will be singing.
Okay,
You have to
good.
steal it. You have to give it
If you're
to
caught,
someone.
like the guy's name is Jean Bear, right? John something, right?
Yeah.
The guy that
John
chases
something.
him down for years?
Yep.
Jean. We have a couple of Jeans
Yeah.
dressed up, and they have to sing. I'll be like, you with the bread. And they throw you in the brig, too. So you got to steal the bread without getting caught. Fun
Okay.
activity for
Okay.
everybody. That's the
Yeah.
only food catered at this
Okay.
party is
Yeah.
bread.
Just bread.
Thanks for building up that idea.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Bread
So
tables.
redeeming
Use the redeeming qualities.
qualities. The 1% of the movie.
It's,
So,
it's a little hurtful. The only thing 1% of that movie was good.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that movie.
It's sad, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
What about you, Marshall?
Okay, here's my plan on how to get the Les Miserables
Uh-oh.
Christmas party.
Buckle up.
First off, I'm taking everything y'all have done already. Why build off about it? Why go start from scratch? 2, I'm going to make sure everybody dresses up in period appropriate costumes.
Okay.
Well, as period appropriate as you can get.
Will those be funded?
No.
Absolutely not.
We're getting the symphony. They're going to play music from the movie. We're decorating the place to look like we're in French Revolutionary times, complete with fires. Just random structure
Barrels
fires.
of fire, yeah.
Random structure fires. I'm going to go to a Halloween store and get some gallows. A jail cell. I'm going to get not one of those animatronic bodies without the head.
Okay.
It's going to be a little bit of a mismatch. People are going to be a little confused as to why it's there for Christmas. Everybody has to sing, talk, no matter what.
Yes.
You don't, into the brig you go. Jean's going to get you.
Is there any, like, redemption out of there, though? Or, like, once you're thrown in, you're
Yeah, we'll just say 5 minutes. You're stuck in the brig for
Yeah.
5-10 minutes.
Okay.
That seems
Okay.
fair. He was in jail for how many years?
We
14,
shaved. Wait.
10?
Didn't Anne Hathaway's character get shaved?
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
going to ignore
No,
all
we
of
gotta
Anne
get a
Hathaway.
serious punishment.
All of Anne Hathaway's character, I was just going to
No,
ignore.
just-
Quite frankly, that's a very depressing side plot.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
You can bring your kids, though. You can bring your kids.
watch the suffering.
I feel like if no one has seen this movie, they're going to be very confused as to what we're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, everybody at home, go watch Les Miserables. It's a good movie. It'll kill about 3 hours of your life.
It's on Netflix.
I recommend drinking every time they sing.
which is the whole movie.
Well, that was the game
Yeah,
I
just
started
that-
playing
yeah.
when I was doing it.
You do get the break when they say no.
Okay.
You get a break.
That's like a millisecond.
Yeah.
I do remember Anne Hathaway's character does get fired at a random moment in the show,
That's right. That's
in the
right.
movie. So someone from the party will be fired at random. this is just, I'm pitching this to management. This is just going to save us money by firing that person.
Yeah.
At Christmas time?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's the
pretty
pressure
sure
time
that's
for some
what-
people.
I'm pretty sure that's when they got fired. So.
Yeah.
We'll have your typical drinks. You know, wine, bread.
Water, right? And water. Like,
Water.
very, like, disgusting looking water.
There will be some silver candlesticks. And a guy dressed as a priest. Feel free to steal it. That is your Christmas bonus for the year. Everybody gets to try to steal a candlesticks. If you're caught, don't worry. The priest guy will cover for you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He does.
Because he covers for it. And he said,
Yeah.
no, I was letting him borrow it, right?
He's like, no, I gave that to him as a gift.
Yeah.
So we get,
He needs
does he get,
help.
like, one voucher?
Yeah, one voucher. I mean,
Yeah.
you look. The whole point is you're supposed to steal it and not get caught. But if you get caught, don't worry. I almost dropped that.
Well, save it.
Look, I'll even take the fall for it this year, and I'll dress up as the priest. I am an ordained minister after all.
Sure.
I'm
Just
ordained.
do it before you get married.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a party before your marriage. Then at that point.
I'll be the priest. I'll like as soon as like the fake Johns come up with you with the envelopes, I'll be like, no, I gave it to him. That's his bonus for Christmas.
Okay.
Bread to be stolen. We got the bread covered. I would love to get a ship for us all to drag, but we might have to settle with a dinghy,
Okay.
and we can all yell heave ho, heave ho. Some of us will. Were there whips in that scene?
I'm trying to
I
remember.
think they were
like,
just watching.
yeah. Don't they get on top of something at the very end?
I don't think so.
Like
It's kind of weird they were just dragging the ship into a shipyard.
yeah.
Why would you use prisoners for that?
I have to rewatch this movie. It's been a while.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other stuff from the movie we could take. You definitely got to get everybody dressed up. Oh, we can do the whole thing where we revolt
There we go.
and put our bosses in gallows.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
It'd be a fun picture.
Yeah. Company picture, Christmas card.
Christmas picture. Christmas picture. That's some very subtle undertone.
Yes.
Yes. You put it on the corporate website.
to all my bosses, I'm joking. We love you guys, but that would be a really funny corporate Christmas party. I think this better is getting better and better.
How
This
would
year
you
was
explain
late
it
miss.
to like other like branches? It's just what type of Christmas party are you guys at? Well,
Greetings from our Christmas late miss Christmas party. We're gonna have to bring in two people who are gonna try to scam us
okay.
over a child. If I remember correctly, it's been a little while.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I was about halfway through the movie, and I was a couple drinks deep by that point.
How many bottles?
And I don't remember. Probably why I really enjoyed the movie. I was like, this is great.
That's why you sat through all 3 hours.
Well, originally I was supposed to go see it like back when it came out, but my ex is like, "You're not coming," and I was like, "But why?" We were dating at the time. She's like, "You're not going to want to watch this. It's a musical. You're not allowed to come." And I was like, "But I do want to see it. This sounds right up my alley."
But what I want to go.
But I want to go. So I wasn't allowed to see it, so I saw it recently.
Man, maybe she was afraid of the emotional damage it would do to you.
Probably afraid that I'd be happy and singing in the not knowing any of the
You
words.
had my effect where you just
It's like,
sing
this is
constantly.
great. I'm enjoying this, guys. What's everybody else's problem?
Man. Well, I'm voting for Marshall.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Marshall, you beat us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not because you stole our ideas, just because you made it better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to go to jail for about 10 years now, unfortunately. Then I will violate my parole immediately and become mayor of
you
a
go.
small French town.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then apparently one of you guys will hunt me down and commit suicide. Spoilers for the movie.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a good idea.
Good stuff.
Do we get to wear the costume? Like, doesn't he have like a big, like...
He does
kinda
have a poofy hat.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
Okay.
love that.
That's the benefit, though.
That is the benefit. Man. Well,
Congrats, Marshall. That's awesome.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really needed that win,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you for tossing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This almost makes up for losing.
That wasn't tossed. That was earned.
Yeah, you earned it.
That was
That
earned.
almost makes up for losing the iHeartRadio podcast ad reads, but you know, can't win them all.
Yeah.
Here's to next year.
I think we got time for one more ad, right?
There we
Today's episode is brought to you by Ending the Show. You can listen to us on many different platforms: Apple, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio now, and many, many more. You can write in your emails to punchtheclocks at gmail.com. That's punchtheclocks with an S at gmail.com. You can follow our Facebook group at Punch the Clocks Podcast at Facebook. I don't know why I blanked there. You can also find me and Justin at our jobs. And I've been Marshall.
And I'm Justin.
And Toodles. And that'll end the show.
Toodles.
Nick, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Nick.
Now Toodles.
Toodles.